Hey everybody, Body here. Um, I'm gonna show you how to create a Teams meeting in Outlook. That's through your email, your district email, and then I'm gonna show you how to post the event in Schoology so that your students can access your Teams meeting. Okay. I've been fielding the same questions for the last few days, and I thought that making a video would be a little easier. You can watch it instead of reading the directions off of paper. So here we go. You're going to open your district email and you're going to come down to the bottom, and there's this little icon down at the bottom that looks like a calendar. You're going to click it, and what opens up is your Outlook calendar. So if you see my screen here, you notice that it's filled with events because I've already put in all of my meetings that are going to start to occur on the 21st. So the way I'm going to do this, I'm going to use the 7th to create events, only because it's empty, so you'll be able to see what happens when you create events. And then I'm going to duplicate it for the week to the 11th so that you can see what should happen when you create new events, okay? So all I'm going to do is I'm going to select the day, and then up in the left-hand corner, I'm going to click New Event. So you get this little editing box that pops up. You're going to start with adding a title. So I'm going to call it a Bodies Sandbox Link. You can label it for whatever period or whatever class you have, but that's what I'm going to use for mine. I'm going to skip the invite attendees. This is for when you want to send an email to a peer that they want to, yes, I'll be there, no, I won't, in their email. So that's useful for your ICTs. I'm going to leave the date because I selected it already, and I'm just going to leave the time here 8 to 8:30, but you can edit these if you want to extend it the 40-minute period, 8 to 8:40. I'm going to skip the repeat. We'll do that in a second. You don't have to put in the room or location. That's for creating meetings that happen in face-to-face. So we're going to come over here to the right, click Add Line Online Meeting, and we're going to add a Teams meeting. Now, the next thing that you have here is the Remind Me. I don't like it being on because it gives me a little message up in the right-hand corner of my screen forever, and it's annoying. So I just turn mine off. You can set it to whatever works for you. Okay, so once all that is done, we're going to click Save. And what you should see is that it populates in the 7th. Now, creating a Teams event meeting requires creating a single event and then going back into the event to edit it over and over again. So all I'm going to do is I'm going to double click and get the editing box back up. The reason why we're going to do this is because we want to edit the meeting options before we duplicate the event. The meeting options are going to allow you to decide who gets into the meeting with permission or without permission. So as soon as my screen loads here, you should see 4 options that we have to take care of. So the first one here is who can bypass the lobby. You want to set that to only me. Only you, the person who owns and controls the meeting, should be able to bypass the lobby. It immediately grays out this option here. What it's going to do is it's going to announce callers when they show up. You're going to see a message that says this person is waiting in the lobby. And then you can admit them. This will keep students who don't belong in your meeting out of it. And then this last option here, who can present? Only me. Currently, there have been questions about making a content teacher and a co-teacher equal partners. I would imagine that this is the screen that will be updated when that option becomes available, but currently there's no way to do that. I've heard that through IT that Microsoft is going to put out that update, but when it happens is anybody's guess. So from there, we're going to click Save. And this has adjusted my single event that I just created. So now I'm back in my calendar, same box. And now I'm going to click Edit, and this is where I'm going to begin to duplicate my event. So I have classes that run throughout the week, and I want to make it so that I don't have to create an event every single day. So All of this stays the same except for this little section right here that says repeat. We're going to click on it and we're going to choose which days it repeats. So let's say that it's a first period class. That means it's going to run Monday, Wednesday, and Thursday once we start our new virtual scheduling. Okay, so I understand that on Wednesday the class will shift time, right? So instead of being on Monday at noon, it's going to be on Wednesday at 8:15. You can set up two different links if you'd like. You don't have to. The link opens when you make it open. So if you create one, even though the time switches, when you join the meeting, that's when the meeting will turn on. Now, if you're using your calendar to schedule all of your events and everything that you have in addition to your electronic meetings, then maybe you make a separate link just so that you have a visual to know when you're available and when you're not. Before I exit out of this, I'm going to decide how long this event is going to run. So I'm going to change mine just so that it runs for a single week. So I started it on the 7th, and I'm going to let it run until the 11th, and then all I'm going to do is click save, and then come back in here and click save. Now, what I should see is that this will begin to populate. Immediately, you just saw the event duplicate in all of the days here. Okay, so you have officially set up a Teams meeting. Now the question becomes, how do I get it into Schoology so that the kids have access? Again, you're going to double click, go right back into the event, and you're going to come here to the Join Microsoft Teams meeting, and we're going to right click this and copy the link address. From there, you're going to open up Schoology. Okay, I'm going to use my sandbox so that I don't mess up any of my classes that I currently have running. And of course, it's not here, so I'm just going to scroll back up and go to my courses where it should appear. There it is. Okay. I'm going to click Add Materials. And this is a add file link or external tool. And I'm going to add a link. And this is where I'm going to paste the URL that I just copied. And then I'm going to title it. I don't know about anybody else, but I've been labeling it live meeting link and then giving the days that the class will meet. So Monday, Wednesday, Friday from 12 to 12, 12 to 12:40. If you have one of those classes that alternates times on Wednesday, this might be a good idea to create that second link or just add some more descriptor in the title. Now, before you click add, you want to make sure that you toggle this little icon here. As I hover over it, it tells me that my link is going to display in Schoology, and you don't want that to happen because Teams does not function within the platform of Schoology. You have to make it open in a separate tab. So once I click it, it now tells me that my link, when it's clicked, will display in a new window for the students. And then all I'm going to do is click add. And there it is. Now, if you want to double check to make sure that the link is functioning, all you do is click on it. It should open in another tab. And this is also going to ask the students how they want to join the meeting. So some students have gotten updates on their computers and they have the Teams app, and it will tell you that you can open your Teams app. If they don't have the update yet, they're just going to continue on this browser, and that should be it. If you have any questions, I'm in room 300. You know where to find me. Thanks.